Hello friends! In this video, we're going to talk about the history of Southeast Asia before 3000 BCE, which is a very long time ago. Let's go back even further to prehistory. This period covers the time before people started writing in Southeast Asia around 3000 BCE. Now, this part of the world was first inhabited by hunter-gatherer societies. Humans migrated into Southeast Asia from Africa via India during the last ice age around 50,000 years ago. They lived in small groups, moved from place to place, and survived by hunting animals and gathering wild plants for food. Some archaeological sites suggest that these early humans may have used simple tools made of stone and bone. Around 4,000 years ago, humans in Southeast Asia started working together to farm the land and raise livestock. This period is known as the Agricultural Revolution. People began living in larger groups, building permanent homes and growing crops such as rice and maize. They also domesticated animals like pigs and chickens. The discovery of how to create and use new tools also contributed to the growth of human settlements. Larger settlements grew into what we call civilizations. People specialized in different jobs, such as farming, fishing, or making tools. Some people became leaders, and others became traders. As people started raising more crops and taking care of livestock, they had more food to eat and more goods to trade. They also started making more complex tools and weapons. They learned how to smelt ores and make iron tools. They also developed new techniques for growing crops and raising livestock, which made them even more food. During this time, many groups of people started migrating around Southeast Asia. One group, the Austronesians, came from Taiwan and settled in the Philippines and Indonesia. Other groups, such as the Mon Khmer people, moved from China and settled in Thailand and Cambodia. As these groups migrated and settled in different parts of Southeast Asia, they brought their own cultures and languages with them. They also interacted with the people who were already living there, which led to the exchange of ideas and the development of new cultures. These early civilizations were not all peaceful. They often fought with each other over land and resources. But despite the conflicts, they also shared ideas and innovations. For example, they traded goods and ideas along important waterways like the Mekong River. They also developed trade networks across the region, connecting them to each other and to the outside world. One of the most important developments during this time was the invention of the plow. The plow made it easier to grow crops and led to more food production. This innovation helped the civilizations in Southeast Asia to grow and thrive. Another important development was the introduction of Buddhism to the region. Buddhism originated in India and spread to Southeast Asia, along with the trading networks. It quickly became popular because it offered a path to enlightenment that was more accessible than the other religions of the time. Another significant event that occurred during this period was the arrival of the Khmer people in the region. They established the Khmer civilization, which reached its peak between the 9th and 13th centuries. CE, the Khmer built enormous temples and left behind a rich cultural heritage. During this time, Southeast Asia was a melting pot of cultures and ideas. People from all over the region and beyond were drawn to this vibrant area, and it became a hub of cultural exchange. So to sum up, before 3000 BCE, Southeast Asia was home to various civilizations that developed independently from earlier human settlements. These civilizations flourished due to the agricultural revolution and the invention of new technologies like the plow. They engaged in extensive trade networks, spreading their influence and wealth across the region. The introduction of Buddhism and the arrival of new people like the Khmer added to the cultural richness of Southeast Asia, laying the foundation for the diverse societies that would emerge in later centuries. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more educational content. And if you have any feedback or suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Bye!